52 seconds of logos.
Since time began,
Narration.
it may be fought on a grand scale, or within the heart of a single individual, or even a child.
So what is it, dude? In the shadows? Grand scale? Single individual? We aren't even a full minute into this movie, and he's already stepping on what he just said seconds ago.
They call themselves simply the Hand.
Sounds kinda Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-y to me. Or what I used to call my girlfriend.
Legend tells of a unique warrior,
Kung Fu Panda stole this narration when it came out 3 years later.
a motherless daughter.
That's literally impossible, but okay.
Her name is Elektra.
Roll credits. Can I go home now? I can't.
She wanted me to feel this, what it's like, to have nowhere to go, nowhere to turn.
The security guy, who only has one job, looks away from his computer to listen to this fearful soliloquy and misses Elektra busting in. Anyone that wants to complain about shaky cam fight footage need only look at this film to see how terrible things can truly be. Why the f*** is it so windy? Must be an extremely drafty hallway, and we just didn't notice before, because the guy she just knocked out didn't have any hair.
Guess it's all true. The red outfit, the knives.
If this guy has had several run-ins with her prior to this moment, as he explained minutes earlier, what is he realizing right now that he didn't already know? At what point in martial arts training do you learn the time-altering swishing? It seems to be a common thread through all supernatural kung fu movies. Why did she have to apparate to the back of the room to throw her sai at him? She was just right f***ing behind him. She's being awfully showy, but that may be her style given that outfit. This thing is like 2 feet long from the back of the chair through the guy's chest, but here it's like 10 inches. And not a drop of blood on it. She probably coated that thing in Rain X, or in this case, Blood X. She kills this guy with no explanation for who he is, what he has done, where we are, or why we should care. The only reason I know his name is DeMarco is because I f***ing Googled it.
With all the power of the Hand, that the treasure continues to elude us.
And because of all the vagaries of that sentence, his character objectives elude us. These super evil martial arts masters need a conference room for presentations and client meetings. Wait, can she sense that this asshole has arrived and is parking? He checks for bullets out on the street where he can be seen by human people.
Why do you always do this?
Get rid of my DNA.
Shaving your incredibly long hair would be a good way to make sure your DNA isn't secretly lying around. Also, asking a question of a longtime acquaintance for exposition cliche. Money for this contract killing is delivered on site of the killing, and seconds after said killing took place. Does that make any sense at all to anyone?
You even get laid?
Dude, have you seen her?
Not the best. The most powerful.
Oh man, they dragged poor Terrence Stamp into this, didn't they?
Is this a test, Sensei?
He's just not that into you. There's no crying in Samurai! Rite Aid for all your assassin needs. And her groceries. Are we really just watching her set up her house? If the camera wasn't moving so much, I would assume this was another Paranormal Activity movie. OCD. This much underwater footage generally suggests a Jaws or a James Bond or at least a Lake Placid type storyline. But this is a martial arts thriller, so get the f*** out of the water, Elektra. Well, considering she dove into a lake, this is admittedly creepy, but also obviously a dream she should recognize as fake. Also, her flashbacks are really skirting the line between memories and hallucinations. What the f***? She dove in at dusk or dawn, but comes up at high noon. The hell? Also, Jennifer Garner isn't swimming in my lake in this scene. Wait, I mean, she isn't coming up for my air in this. Wait, Jennifer isn't floating in my. You know what? She's hot. That's all I'm trying to say here. Jennifer Garner is damn hot. The end. Next scene. What the hell is this girl doing running around in here? She broke in to jog. What's with the boxes? Is she moving in? I thought she only needed to be there.
They're a couple days early.
I understand that she's supposed to be a supernatural ninja warrior assassin and all, but she would have to see into the future to know she was going to flail her arm up at just the right time for her to stick her in the wall with a box cutter. She can? Well, this story is based in mostly Asian decor and martial arts, yet we have Greek letters making an appearance every once in a while. Also, the Greek letters on her necklace are just as Greek as the martial arts in this movie are Asian. This looks like it actually spells electral, and the title side for the movie spelled it slistral. Greek letters are hard. This is the second supernatural thing Elektra has done, and this girl seems to be pretty chill about it. I can't tell what is a dream or what is a flashback anymore. Doesn't seem like much time has passed between her waking up and wanting to take insomnia medication. Think we're seeing flash forwards now? The screenwriters seem to have some sort of goal to write as little dialogue as possible. This montage serves only one purpose, to remind you that Elektra is in way better shape than you are. If she could actually do this, she would be jacked as shit.
Want you to wait.
All of her flashbacks are now happening at once.
I'm sick of sitting here.
We have that in common.
We don't get a name till I'm walking.
Maybe she should try reading a book or watching a movie. Every lakeside cabin I've ever been to has a copy of 13 Going on 30.
I thought you were cool.
Why? Because she almost stuck you in the arm with a box cutter and busted you for stealing? I'm no 13-year-old girl, but I wouldn't imagine those things are cool.
Did you know today's Christmas?
It's 20 minutes into the movie before they decide to mention it's set at Christmas.
Elektra, like the tragedy.
You mean this movie? Has he already seen the movie? Is this the darkest dinner ever held since the 13th Warrior? 'Cause I think it is.
I read at college level and I'm doing Algebra 1 on my own.
Well, she is clearly 5 years better at reading than she is at math. If she just swooshed over there, why did he not see her as he walked back into the house? She must still be mid-swoosh, and he still can't see her. We're now 30 minutes into the superhero movie, and except for the very quick opening sequence, there have been no action scenes in this film. But this is like the 4th traumatic flashback. These flashbacks seem to add more confusion. Based on the original owner of her necklace, her mom is Elektra, or maybe Electrol, and then she just took it off her dead mother and decided it was her name.
What?
Good morning. You just got a delivery.
So she's asleep, and she gets a phone call telling her about a delivery, and then she walks to the table to open said delivery. My question is, has a f***ing fireplace been going all night long?
What's the matter?
Of course the target is the neighbor and his kid. They're like the only other people on this island. She's clearly hired for her murdering talents and not her brains. Exotic supernatural martial arts master who can sense bad guys parking outside her apartment needs a very unsportsmanlike scope on her bow. Assassin grows a conscience cliche. There should probably be some assassin's code that would cover not getting attached to anyone. And if there is, a slightly awkward dinner shouldn't keep her from killing these people. Also, if I paid some amazing martial arts assassin to kill someone, and they just shot them with a crossbow from a distance, I would feel like I didn't get my money's worth. The Asian Blues Brothers just appeared for no f***ing reason.
Can we talk inside?
If they sent Elektra to kill these two, what the hell are these ninjas doing here? Is this a case of the left the hand not knowing what the right the hand is doing? These ninjas are supposed to be trained assassins also, yet this guy's just chilling up here waiting to get impossibly stabbed through the roof. Also, does she ever stab people directly or always through stuff? You know a guy is really working for the hand if when you stab them they don't bleed. They're like zombies in that way. Thankfully for the second bad guy, the first bad guy burst into a green cloud of gas upon being killed because I have no f***ing clue actually.
Can you go to your bedroom for a minute, Abby?
I want you to be alone so the green smoke ninjas have an opportunity to kill you. That's some astoundingly bad aim right there. What the f***? She can see the future now? Is she the Omega-13 in superhero form? So she was able to predict what would happen if she walked out of this room, but not this, even though she knew the guy was about to walk into the house. God, that dart gun fires a lot of darts without needing to be reloaded. Also, I suppose there's an old-fashioned elegance to everyone using knives and arrows for murder. This dude somehow kills himself, and more mysterious green dust happens.
What's coming next will be worse.
I hope this isn't a sequel teaser. No overhead lights in this boardroom at all. Do they have to reschedule meetings if it's a rainy day?
Your forces are an abomination.
Says the dude who just sent 2 assassins to take out a 13-year-old girl.
My forces will not be defeated by a mere woman.
That's racist. Typhoid decides to use her power on this guy, who is on her own f***ing team, for the sole purpose of showing the viewer what her power is. Why is she now by herself and not making sure her most bestest friends that she has known for a half a day are protected? What's with the shadow over his eyes? Is there supposed to be some big reveal for whom this is, like we can't already tell?
Blind my ass.
Leave your money on the table.
Blind pool hustler seems like it should be pretty far down the list of jobs for a blind former martial arts master. I wonder how many cars he f***ed up as blind valet.
Elektra. Same walk. Same perfume.
Is it from Rite Aid?
Has she told you what she actually does for a living, Mr. Miller?
Probably not, because no one tells anyone anything in this movie. Elektra gets owned by a blind pool player. And yeah, it's Terrence Stamp, so it's kind of okay. But also, this movie has made her out to be the kind of badass who wouldn't get owned like this in a bar, so graffiti of a giant bird plays the Ex Machina Eagles role from Lord of the Rings. Even the Scooby-Doo eyes inside a portrait know not to move when someone is looking. What the f*** to the nth degree? This eagle leaves the scene where the hunted people are, to fly back to his evil henchman boss to become one of his tattoos, instead of just, you know, calling the dude and telling him where the targets are.
You really kill people for a living.
Yeah,
Why?
it's what I'm good at.
You're also good at predicting the future. How about giving sports betting a shot?
Well, reluctant assassin.
Wait, a reluctant assassin protecting a kid with supernatural abilities out in the country against shadowy gangsters insisting on said kid's death? Add in some time travel and weird CGI faces and you got yourself a looper, baby. Wait, that bird that came out of the graffiti is real? And he can actually see it? F*** you, movie.
She's my friend.
This poor kid's bar for friendship is don't try to murder me. Disrespecting a good meditation session. This girl does not seem worth saving. You were gonna kill me, but you didn't, so now you should kiss me face. And the daughter who objects to everything somehow slept through this. This big-ass farmhouse definitely has more than one bedroom. Also, yeah, right, as though a trained assassin like Elektra would allow an open, cracked window overnight.
Use the cellar, there's a tunnel. Take you out past the orchard to the trees.
Why is there a giant tunnel under the house? Is it a prohibition thing? Why would you do this? What makes this movie weird and bad is that like this, or Elektra's precognitive abilities, just seem kinda like magic in an otherwise normal world. The X-Men are mutants, Thor and Superman are aliens, Batman is rich. This just seems like a bouncer with a magic bullet-repelling skin. So does he have the same premonition powers that Elektra has? Or did he read McCabe's thoughts as he was killing him? And the director decided to represent that with a shot of them running through the woods?
I'll bet you $1,000 you're dead before Elektra is.
You'll be right, of course, but completely unable to collect on that bet, seeing as how you're super dead now. Look, her plant-killing power is impressive, but she's moving at a pace that would let a damn turtle get away from her no problem. Cheating.
Just follow me, just keep running.
Thinking they can outrun the flying tattoo wolf heads.
Elektra!
This girl is 13, not 3. There's no reason she shouldn't be able to keep her mouth shut while hiding. They would have a much harder time avoiding this creature if it didn't announce itself with a bright light blasting through the forest. That's the problem with wolves. No canine can resist the get the stick trick. Another perfect instance for a gun. Some salesman is going to make a killing introducing guns to this gang. Sudden lesbian kiss for drama. This chick is like a Dementor, if Dementors were styled like they were a punk rocker in a Law & Order episode. Don't worry, young Elektra. Tenacious D will defeat this demon with the greatest song in the world. What? This girl went from school child in distress to possibly gifted somehow to train for deadly combat in like 5 minutes?
What if I had failed?
Good question.
I always knew your heart was pure. You simply needed to see it for yourself.
After murdering like a load of people and growing to hate yourself. Why even be a fucking spider if you're just going to melt into the fucking floor? Did anyone ever fish out the suicide from the bathroom on the left? Or is he still there with his guts all over the floor? I mean, I tuned out ages ago, but what the is going on? I'm starting to think the wind is a sentient being that warns her when trouble is near and congratulates her when she has succeeded.
Clever girl.
Yes, I also saw Jurassic Park, Total Recall, and all the other movies that have used Clever Girl, goddammit. Hero is somehow made more badass with a demonstration of her twirling things. Any explanation so far for why there are dozens of sheets flying around constantly during this battle? I'm guessing it's basic kung fu magic bull, but wondered if the movie might possibly have an alternative explanation. This asshole doesn't kill her right now. I mean, what the fuck? I've held my tongue long enough. Plus 10 sins for every time physics has been super weird in this movie. Just how many tattoos of snakes is this dickhead supposed to have anyway? Whoa, tattoo-based snake missiles! Also, if this dude would get some tattoos of puppies and kittens, he could do big business at birthday parties. #1 rule when running from flying snakes, don't run into a fucking maze. Well, I'd comment on this big finale fight scene if it wasn't so cut to hell that I literally have no idea what's happening. That's what you get for just standing there. For the second time in this movie, this asshole doesn't kill Elektra when he has the chance.
Keep going, Elektra.
So, the thing her dad did that was presented as basically abuse earlier is now what's keeping her alive. Elektra's memories are useless. Yep, no blood. You just killed a ghost. Some definite bullshit.
Sorry.
This apology isn't directed at me for having to watch this god-awful movie.
Cool. They say it can puncture the skin of a rhino from 100...
Ow! Oh! Yes! That's awesome! What?
Just go.
I got nowhere else to go!
I like your dress. It's because they've got these incredible boobs to fill it out.
There shined a shiny demon in the middle of the road.
Do you want to build a snowman?
You tell him I'm coming! Tell him I'm f***ing coming!